In today's video, we are going to be installing the HomeLink module on the 2024 Model 3 Performance. HomeLink is the actual company that makes these, but Tesla partnered with them. And in 2018 and in the older cars, they actually used to put this module in the front of the vehicle, and then they stopped doing that. So I think what happened was they transitioned to a subscription model with MyQ. And some people have certain things to say about that. So this is definitely a lot easier to have the module already installed in the car. So we're going to go ahead and install it on this one. We're going to go ahead and remove it, attach this, set it up, and then we should be good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and focus on just getting all of this out. So typically I just start right here. There we go. All right, I got all that side loosened up. Go to this side. All right, there's this air intake right here. So you do need to remove this. And then here, and then very, very easy. All right, and then there is a 10 mil. 10 mil here.
Oh, yeah.
So you just use this right here. And then this little clip. Oh, that was actually a lot easier. Usually it's a little harder than that. But you just pull it out, straight out, and then it should be good to go. The tub is ready to come out. Take out all your tools, put it aside. I usually start from this corner right here. And you can see it's already loosened up. And then you can just release the tub. So this is the reservoir for all the, for a windshield wiper and stuff like that. I'm gonna remove it. And I know you probably haven't watched our Juniper video about doing this, but I'm gonna talk about it in the context of that because I just did that. On the Juniper, it's actually on this side right here on the driver's side. Okay, so the connection goes right here and behind right here. I mean, if it was a Juniper. On the Model 3, it's slightly different. It's actually on this side. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Connections right here. So there's one more 10 that was right here. I just couldn't see it. It's literally super dark right there. Completely loosened up. You see how it's free now and I could move it around. It is liquid, so just be careful. It's actually taped, right? Because it's no longer utilized unless it needs to be. And then I just removed it, loosened it up, and look at this right here. This is the cable for the HomeLink. So I have my module right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it for now. And you just do the same thing. You actually don't need that anymore. I'm gonna connect it. It really goes only one way, which is right here. I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to activate it. So follow me, go to the other side. Honestly, doing all this is super easy. The hardest part is actually installing the bracket, which I struggle with on the other one. So if you go to HomeLink right here, it says not enabled. You can actually do a retrofit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, break, and then all of this. This does a gateway unlock, and then you could actually click on HomeLink retrofitting. And now it is in progress. Boom. You see that? That worked. Before you close up anything, you should always check that it all works internally before doing that. So you go back to HomeLink. You can see right here, there's paired 0 devices, but I am actually getting the version Op2, region Americas, all that stuff. So we're in good shape. And I could do a test right here. Let me do a run. Boom. All right, we're good. So now we're gonna go and put the bracket and then we're done. Now, the challenge here, guys, is going to be, where do you put this bracket? So here's the good news. The HomeLink is working. Everything is paired. It works. Bad news. I have to kind of remove the bumper because the placement, I'm telling you, they don't put it in easy places. But it's okay. So basically, we're going to just loosen all this up. This is the bumper. All right, so you just want to use this clip right here, and then there's a little push clip, which you just need to get under it. And there's a little screw right here. There it is.
8 mil?
Yeah, it's 8 mil. At this point, this is PPS, but you know, I still like being careful. Regardless, I don't want to damage the car, right? So I'm just gonna grab some tape. Kind of get in between it. I like getting it underneath right here. Okay, just be very careful. Okay, there's a gap now. Boom. Look at that. So I safely removed it. I'm assuming it's like right there. Of course I gotta do that. So just wanted to show you real quick. Since we're removing the bumper, you can see right here, these are the bolts right here. This is actually not a performance one, but very, very similar. And you can see all of these. Those are where the diffuser lines up to. And this is that small bolt right here, 10 millimeter, that's right there. And then the bolt actually goes through right here into the fender. So it's really not held by a whole lot, but it is important to do it right when you do remove it. So we're gonna go ahead and we got this whole other side pretty much removed, but we wanna do the same for right here. Safety is very important. What did I say? 8 millimeter, right? Usually Teslas don't really do past the 10 millimeter and 8 millimeter. Occasionally they'll have like a 13 or a 15, but I haven't really seen. Honestly, that's like that for like most auto industries. And just gently. There we go. All right, so now you can see not the whole bumper, but pretty much it's out. You see that? The front is fully out. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, at this point, if you've gotten this far, it makes a lot more sense to just remove the bumper. The thing about bumper is it's not metal, right? And it's a composite. So I really don't like taking out bumpers that often, but you do want to be very careful around it and not bending anything. And I'm being obviously very careful, as you see. But I mean, that's just something to consider. So I think we are gonna go ahead and remove some of the bottom parts, unfortunately. It is a lot lower. If I knew that, I probably would have lifted it, but you know what? It's all good. So what we're gonna do is there's a little okay. So just so you know, the parts itself is about $220 if you buy it directly from Tesla brand new. I think you can get it off eBay. People selling their HomeLink modules here and there for like 120, I think. So I mean, if it takes you 3-4 hours of your time, because you don't do this often, this won't take us long. But for those of you who don't take out bumpers often and stuff, it might take you a lot longer. So $350 is not bad if you consider it like that. Boom. Got one. So there's actually a clip. I don't know if you want to show that. This is something, when I first started, I always forgot these. All the way inside. I can see it drop a little bit because it's starting to loosen up all this stuff. So I got more on this side. It's a 10 millimeter that holds it to the diffuser. So it's just, you just need to remove that and then you're good to go. This might fall on this side actually. And just be very, very gentle. Can you just go to that side real quick and just give it a hand? Yeah, that's fine. Just kind of, it's gonna fall. I can feel the tension. Okay, ready? Can you just pull like this, like me? So I make this mistake all the time and I end up in the floor, literally. But this is a performance bumper. They're T40s. Okay. See if it'll fall on your side. Now I could just put it down. And we have this module that goes through. It's supposed to be this way. I guess somewhere in here. Okay, so this is the bracket that actually comes with right here. This is a Tesla bracket. There's no thread. So it can't be that. Can't be this, because that's for that. It has to be like this one, I think. No, it looks like it could, right? Like, kinda.
Yeah, that's a good
But I don't know if it'll even reach, though, because look at this. Actually, no, it could reach. Okay, here's the other thing I should be looking at is, does it have anywhere around the bumper? You know, does the bumper actually... Okay, so this is a crash bar, for those of you who don't know. Again, my module is right here, so if they designed this for HomeLink to work, it has to be around here. There's really no other area. It has to be around here somewhere. Now that we have this out, and we already have it on, this is the main cable for all the harness right here, and then this is a PWS right here. So that's the thing that makes the sound. All right, bumper's off. Don't have to remove it, but you don't have to move it all the way, but if we wanted to show you properly, I think we should. So that's why we remove it just for you. So basically, on the Model 3 Highland, on the Juniper, there's actually a dedicated place in the front. It sucks installing it. But on the Model 3 currently, this is a 2024, so maybe they changed it, maybe they didn't. I could not find a single place that's actually legitimate in terms of like where these bracket actually would work. So I might actually 3D print one and make one for future ones. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and order this. I'll scan it, and then I'll probably come up with my own. But this is all you need to do. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. This is such a perfect place right here. And here's why I think it's a perfect place. Because honestly, this place right here is actually perfect. But it's a little bit far, and I don't want this to be straining. So this is actually the perfect where it's going to be like this actually on this side. So that being said, I want to see if I could just do this. Okay, and then I might even have to cut this a little bit, but now it doesn't quite fit still, but I'm just MacGyvering at this point. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Okay, and now we are good. And then this is kind of useless, honestly. All this work, man. I need a donor break. Multi-tool. I needed the energy. All right, so I got a multi-tool. I'm basically cutting this off. Boom. And now we're gonna sell this for $45. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So this is basically how it's gonna work. It actually doesn't lay like, yeah, it doesn't lay flat. So I kind of want to get rid of all this crap too. Should lay a little flatter. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So let me go ahead and put in my bracket right here. So it's gonna be, yep, like this. And you know that because this little here actually goes into that. So now it's held really well. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so now here's the next step. And guys, I'm just figuring it out as I go right now. Actually, I'm not an expert or anything. Actually, you see that hole right there? That could work. But I actually want it a little bit more down. So I'm just gonna go right about here. Ouch. Okay, and then I actually have this thing right here. Actually, this is so long. I don't really want a super long one. Can you double side tape this? Yes, but I kind of want it to be a lot more sturdy. That's why. Going all out. All right, so this ain't pretty, but we jerry-rigged something. And what we're doing is basically, I don't have the tool that you can put a bunch of bolts, but we were able to secure this bolt right here into this little area. And then we're going to super glue it. And this particular glue, this thing sticks fast. We're just going to go ahead. This thing dries fast in like seconds, just so you know. It's crazy. I can actually put it, I'm going to just go ahead and bond it from the other side as well. Okay. There you have it. This thing's not going anywhere. It's a little jerry-rigged, but hey, it should work, I think. All right, so again, 5-minute project turns into a 45-minute thing. We have 8 mil on this side, and we actually have it going out this way. And then we don't need to thread it that far, to be honest. Oh wow, that's a massively long screw. Well, yeah, you can't go this way because the nut is gonna be in the way of that, which is gonna be a problem. So this is a 2-inch. You really want a 1-inch. Okay, so this time, for the 50th time, I have now a 1-inch bolt. And basically, check this out. I have this bracket that I jerry-rig. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it doesn't have to look pretty since it's going to be hidden. And then I could pretty much bolt it from the back side. All right, so let's go ahead and drill this in. Part of it is this thing is just right in the way. You see this? So it's like not flat at all. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna angle grind that. We're back with the 1-inch right here. Basically what we did was we just kind of shortened this little throw right here. Let me see if I can. Oh my goodness, I got it bracketed. So look at that. So my jerry rig worked. So this is how clean it'll be. And I think this will be the cleanest. Again, if someone knows a better one, please tell me. I would love to know, but that to me is the best. And here's why I didn't want to put it all the way inside there. This is a wireless module. It's supposed to help beam out. Typically they put it like here, like really close to the bumper because it's a composite bumper. So I kind of want it to be as close as to bumper as I can. So this is actually a really good location. And then this doesn't really go any way different. And then it just goes in like so. And then it actually goes this way. I'm gonna go ahead and oh, look at that. That is a perfect module right there. And it's pretty low profile. So I think we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and clean up all this mess. Man, that was an adventure. Let's test it one more time though, regardless. I mean, it shows all green, so I think we're good. That pretty much sums it up. I'm gonna be putting back together all this stuff, and it's pretty much a reverse. Some difficulty, you actually don't have to remove all this, but honestly, if you are gonna remove the bumper, typically you always want to lift it, right? I just didn't know I was gonna remove the bumper today. So I ended up, just to conclude, I ended up mounting it right here. I felt like that was the most optimal place. So, and it works, and you know, I'm really happy that we're able to install this and not have to deal with the subscription stuff. So let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. We enjoyed making this video, even though it broke my back just a little bit again, but we'll see you next in the next video. See ya.